Today we can do some of the numericals regarding the residential status of an individual. Here is a question. Bradley visit India every year on 1st April and leaves India on 31st December. Since 2015, determine his residential status for the previous year 2019-20. Let me read again. Bradley visit India. The name is Alex. Alex visit India on 1st April and leaves India on 31st December every year since 2015. Determine his residential status. This is the question. Now, to determine the residential status of an individual, we have to check the conditions, basic conditions and additional condition. So, here is the basic and additional condition. What is it? Basic condition is he shall stay in India for at least 182 days or he shall remain in India for 60 days in the relevant previous year and 365 days in the preceding 4 years of the relevant previous year. Here the relevant previous year is 2019-20. This will be your previous year for all the problems or numericals that you are doing. I mean, you are learning the income tax rules of the previous year 2019-20. So, the questions may be always regarding this previous year. Keep in mind. So, this is the relevant previous year. So, the condition is he shall be in India for 182 days in the relevant previous year or 60 days in the previous year and 365 days in the preceding 4 years of the relevant previous year. If either of these conditions satisfies, then he is called a resident. And we can check the additional conditions also. He shall be, once he is a resident, then we can check the additional condition to determine whether he is a ordinarily resident or not ordinarily resident. If he does not satisfy any of these conditions, he is called a non-resident. If he satisfies any of this, he is called a resident. Then we can check whether he is a ordinarily resident or not ordinarily resident. Or if he is a non-resident, then no need of checking further additional condition. Keep in mind that. So, once he is a resident, then you can check these conditions also. That is additional condition. He shall be a resident in India for 2 years out of 10 preceding years of the relevant previous year. This is the relevant previous year. The years which are coming earlier than this previous year, out of 10 such previous years, he shall be a resident in India. For checking the residence, again you have to check this condition, basic condition. Then and the second condition is he shall stay in India for 730 days in 7 preceding years. These are the conditions. Let us check whether he satisfies these conditions or not. First of all, we can check whether he satisfies the basic condition. Whether he satisfies 182 days in the relevant previous year. First, we can check the first condition. If he does not satisfy that one, we can check the second condition also. If either of these conditions satisfy, he will be a resident. Clear? Okay. Alex visits India on 1st April and leaves India on 31st December every year. He comes to India on 1st April and leaves India on 31st December. When does he started his visiting? He started or from the 2015 onwards continuously or regularly he visits India. Whenever he visits, that is on 1st April he comes to India and leaves India on 31st December. So, we are asked to determine the residential status on the previous year 2019-20. So, in 2019-20 whether he was in India? Yes, he came to India on 1st April and left India on 31st December. How many months he have been here? He have been here for maybe April, 1st April he came, right? 1st April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, 9 months, right? 9 into 30, maybe 270. 275 days he will be here in the relevant previous year. It is enough to satisfy the first condition. What is the first condition? He shall be in India for 182 days. He is here for 275 days. So, he satisfied the one of the basic condition. So, he is called a resident. As Alex, we can write Alex stays India. Alex stays India in India for 275 days in the relevant previous year. So, he satisfies the first basic condition. He is called a resident. Now, once he become a resident, what you have to do? You can check whether he satisfies the additional conditions also in order to determine whether he is a ordinarily resident or not ordinarily resident. For what? For that, what we have to do? We can check the second condition or the additional condition. What is that? He shall be a resident for 2 years out of 10 preceding years. He shall be a resident for 2 years out of 10 preceding years of the relevant previous year. So, two terms are there. He shall be a resident. To check the residence, we have to check the first condition, and then we have to determine or find out what is the 10 preceding years of the relevant previous year. This is the relevant previous year, right? 2019-20. So, 2019-20 is the relevant previous year. So, the preceding years of the relevant previous year will be 2018-19, then 2017-18, like this, 2016-17, 2015-16, 2014-15, 2013-14, like this, 2012-13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 years, preceding 10 years, right? We have to check. Then 2011-10, 2011-12, 2010-11, 2009-10, this will be 1, 2, 3, 7. These are the preceding 10 years. Then we have to check whether he was a resident in either of these years. We have to get only 2 years. He shall be a resident for 2 years out of these preceding years, any year. Maybe he shall be a resident in this year, and in 2009-10 maybe a resident, then 2 years are there. Does not necessary that he shall be continuously a resident in this running 2 years or continuous 2 years. Does not like, is not like that, but any of these 10 years, out of these 10 years, he shall be a resident, that's all. So, we can check the condition in 2018 whether he was a resident or not. For checking that one, what we have to do? Again, we have to go to the first condition, whether he was a resident or he was residing in India for 182 days in 2018, and we can check that. Since 2015, he was in India. So, in 18-19 also, he was in India. How many days? 275 days. There is no change because from the 2015 onwards, he has been coming into India every year. So, in 2018-19 also, he will be in India for 275 days. In this year, he is a resident because he satisfied the first condition of the basic condition. Now, in 2017-18, same, he will be 275 days. He will be 275 days here also, 275 days. Now, no need of taking further again. Maybe in 17-16 also he will be more than 275 days staying in India. So, he satisfies one of the basic condition. He is a resident here also. Here also he is a resident. So, he satisfies the first condition that in the relevant previous year he stays in India for more than 182 days, and he stays in India, he is a resident in India at least 2 preceding years of the relevant previous year. Relevant previous year is this 2019-20. Preceding the earlier years of the relevant previous year, in those years also he was a resident for 2 years. So, first condition is satisfied. First additional condition is satisfied. He shall be a resident in India for 2 years during the 10 preceding years of the relevant previous year. Out of these 10 years, he shall be a resident at least 2 years. It is satisfied. Now, what is the second condition? We can check the second condition also. What is that? The second condition means he shall stay in India for 730 days in the preceding year. He shall stay in India for 730 days in preceding 7 years. We can check it whether he stays in India for 730 days or not. In the preceding 7 years, not that one, not in the relevant previous year, but in preceding 7 years. So, this is the relevant previous year, this is the first preceding year, this is the second one, this is the third one, this is the fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one. Out of these years, he shall These are the preceding 7 years of this relevant previous year. He shall stay in India 730 days. We can check whether he stays in India for 730 days or not in these 7 years. As we checked earlier, in 2018-19 he stayed for 275 days, right? Because he came India for 2015 onwards, right? So in here also he stays in India 275 days. Here also in 2016-17 also 275 days. 15-16 also 15 since 2015 1st April onwards he comes to India. So in 2015-16 also he comes to India. So these are the total days that he comes to India. What is it? Let's check. 1 2 3 4 0 2 1 2 3 4 0 3 8. He stays in India for more than 1100 days, which is more than what, 730 days. So he satisfies the second condition also. What is that? He stays in India for 730 days during the 7 preceding years. So what is the residential status? By checking the basic condition, we come to know that he is a resident as he satisfies one of the basic condition and he satisfies the both additional condition. So we can say he is a ordinarily resident. So we can take down as Alex satisfy one of the basic condition and one of the basic condition and both additional condition he is a resident. He is a ordinarily resident. So that's all. I hope you got the concept. That is, first we have to check whether he is a resident or not by checking the basic condition. Then we have to check the both additional condition.